Welcome to the East Tennessee Children's Hospital Fantasy of Trees preview with your hosts Alan Williams and Lauren Davis. Brought to you by Toyota of Knoxville.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Knoxville Convention Center. I'm Alan Williams along with Lauren Davis. A beautiful night to just celebrate Christmas. It's cold outside. Yeah. It's kind of nasty out there, so you can sit around and watch what's going on for the 2013 Fantasy of Trees preview party, and it all benefits East Tennessee Children's Hospital.
Yeah, you know, in years prior, you haven't been able to see exactly what's going on at the preview party, but we're going to bring that to you live. And the tickets have been lowered from $150 to $75. So if you have a nice dress, just put it on and come on down. $75 at the door, and you can get a sneak peek at all the beautiful trees that they have to offer. Yeah, we've got a lot of great things coming up on the show, don't we, Alan?
Absolutely, we sure do. Especially a story about a lady. You've got to see this. She had triplets in the NICU at East Tennessee Children's Hospital, so she created a Christmas tree to honor her children. We're going to talk about that coming up.
Yeah, that Christmas tree is actually right behind us. Also, we're going to bring you a gentleman who cuddles a lot of the babies who are born addicted to drugs. So we're going to have that story coming up, but first we're going to bring in Seth Linkus, who we all know, the face of East Tennessee Children's Hospital, right?
Thank you. We are great. I mean, it's a great night to be here. We've got more than 2,000 people expected here tonight for this preview party.
Wow, 2,000 people.
Over 2,000 people. It's a great night for Children's Hospital.
Now, many people dress up. You've got your tuxedo, and it's kind of an elegant kind of affair, but still there are so many things that are here that the folks, when this opens up for the public beginning tomorrow, that they could participate in, especially buying a tree.
Absolutely. There's something here for everybody. Trees of all sizes, all prices, and we've got a raffle tree. So chances of winning a Walmart raffle tree for just $5. Somebody's going to take that tree home and all the goodies underneath it this Sunday.
So folks not coming here before, if you've not seen this, folks, the Fantasy of Trees, this is a special occasion that really puts you in the Christmas spirit, kind of kicks things off, doesn't it?
It's a tradition for many families. We've been here for 29 years, and families start their holiday season with us every year.
Okay. Well, do you want to show us what some of the things going on?
Absolutely. Let's take a walk.
Let's just kind of walk down through here.
Yeah, we've got some goods. What do you call it? Main Street this year, right?
We have the shops on Main Street this year. It's brand new, and so we've got all sorts of things for your Christmas shopping. Now, wrapping paper, what I've been told is big thing this year is pattern with a solid with an accompanying ribbon. So you're going to be able to find all of these things to trim your tree.
You sound like my mom. She loves to get really extra decorative underneath the Christmas tree.
Oh my gosh, if you need ideas, this is the place to be. Some great gift ideas. We've got Frontier soups, so take home some stocking stuffers or something for those.
Some ornaments here too. Tell me about that.
Oh my gosh, these are Joy to the World ornaments. They're hand blown in Poland. They are shipped here, and we've got an artisan here that's going to be painting these all week long. So a guy from Poland is actually here in the building painting these. We've got a wild pineapple. Owls are really big this season, so you'll see a lot of owl ornaments on trees. We've got different personalized ornaments, and then of course for those ladies, we've got a boutique just for them because Black Friday shopping happens here too.
Oh, that's a good idea. Let's talk about this. How cute are these little diaper cover-ups for kids?
Let me tell you, there are gifts for every age group, every family member. You're sure to get somebody knocked off your Christmas list or several here at these shops. I mean, there's just everything you can imagine between trees, decorations, clothing, you name it, it's going to be here.
Thank you, Seth, so much.
Thank you very much.
All right, a lot coming up here, including some music, and we've got interviews, and we go behind the scenes as well. And plus, we're going to talk to, we're actually going to listen to the Coulter Grove Elementary School singers. They're from Maryville. We'll be right back here at the Convention Center for the 2013 Fantasy of Trees preview party.
In the winter when it's dark, we can see the stars so bright. When the sun comes up each day, the pound is snowy white. Light your life and with the stars, watch the moonbeams from afar. In the morning, let's go for a sleigh ride, a wonderful sleigh ride. Come hurry along with the song in the wintry world to glide. Just hear the sleigh bells jingling, ring, ting, tingling too. Come on, it's lovely when the first sleigh rides together with you.
Well, of course, course, Fantasy of Trees benefits East Tennessee Children's Hospital, and it's all about the patients. And we have one of those patients here with us now. It's Brian Cody, and he gets a lot of care from East Tennessee Children's Hospital. And his mother, Trista, is here with us too. Talk about what your son has and how you first found out.
He has sickle cell anemia, and it was discovered on his newborn screening.
And what is that?
Sickle cell anemia is where his red blood cells they're deformed, and instead of moving rigid through the blood vessels, they become the crescent shape, and they clog up, and it deprives your body from oxygen, and it causes excruciating pain and tissue and cell damage.
Now, the treatment you got at East Tennessee Children's Hospital, I know it's just been a lifesaver for you.
Yes, it has. If there were no Children's, I don't know where my son would be. Children's does so much for him. He had to have his spleen removed, and that was emergency surgery. He has a port for blood transfusions, pain meds, antibiotics whenever he needs it. They are a lifesaver for us.
And Brian, you were in the hospital yesterday, weren't you?
Yes,
And what were you doing there yesterday?
laying down in my bed.
Were you in a lot of pain there?
Yes.
And what do you think about the doctors there that help you? What do they do for you?
When I call them, they get me stuff and they help me with my pain.
Yeah. Are you in a lot of pain sometimes?
Yes.
Yeah. So I bet you're thankful for them, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your story with us, because I know Brian, and he was saying he wanted to see this place, so he's going to be able to see it now.
Yes, he is. We were so excited. He was sick yesterday, but it was not an option not to come into Fantasy of Trees.
All right, well, thank you so much for being with us. Stay right here, because we're going to see a story now about a lady who created a Christmas tree for the Fantasy of Trees here in honor of her 3 children. They were triplets born in the NICU.
There's over 350 trees, all decorated with different themes. And I know what you're wondering. Who does all the decorating? Well, it's not elves, it's people like Margaret. So tell me, what is the theme of this tree you have going on?
Well, we chose a traditional kind of tartan theme for our tree. We wanted it to be classic and something that just totally reminded you of Christmas and being in your family room.
Okay, so why are you doing it? Is there a special reason that you're decorating?
Well, Children's Hospital is such a wonderful place here in Knoxville, and I wanted to give back, and this is a way that I can give back. So,
did they help you maybe with your children, I'm guessing?
Yes, we actually have triplet daughters that were born at 34 weeks, and they spent about 2 weeks at the NICU at Children's Hospital. So it's a wonderful place, and we are so lucky to have it so close.
What's your favorite part about this whole display?
My favorite part, I think, would be just all of the big ornaments, the birds, the kind of natural theme, I think.
What makes this such a special event for everybody here?
It is amazing, the transformation that happens in this space and the amount of volunteers that it takes. And it just is a winter wonderland when it's all finished. So,
thank you so much, Margaret. And if you want to see Margaret's tree and hundreds of other trees, come on down tomorrow, 9 a.m. It all opens up for the public. Now, don't worry, you can't get this hot sweater. It's off limits. It's all mine. Reporting in Knoxville, I'm Whitney Kent, VLT Local 8 News.
Yeah, just so many touching stories coming out of Children's Hospital. And joining us now is the president of Children's Hospital, Keith Goodwin. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us, and thanks for being here tonight.
Oh, well, you're welcome. It's a beautiful sight. Tell us where the money raised tonight is going to go.
We need to buy about $1.6 million of infusion pumps that are smart pumps that infuse medications into the children.
Well, Brian Cody is one of those we just spoke with, and he actually has one of those in him. That's how he receives his medication.
It is. In fact, it is. And these pumps, we set the medication limits in them. They have many computers inside. They tell our pharmacy when the medications are running out so they can refill them automatically, and we don't have to have nurses call. Really high-tech technology that helps take care of our kids.
Now, Keith, I know that little Bird told me that you're pretty hands-on here. You sometimes take up tickets, and so you know exactly what's going on around here, and I know that's a very needed thing.
Well, you know what? We have such great volunteers. They make my job very simple. I get to come and mostly enjoy. But occasionally I sell tickets. Occasionally I swab the decks. I do whatever they tell me to do, frankly. I work for them when it comes to this event.
Well, this is an annual event I know that you really enjoy and take part in, and we appreciate you being here and taking a stand for this and what it's meant to East Tennessee.
Well, thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right, now, stay right with us here because we've got a story for you that has to do with therapy dogs. Have you seen what therapy dogs do? Well, East Tennessee Children's Hospital has 5 of those.
Yeah, they do, and we're going to show you one of those. It's a little pink right now.
It's not unusual to see Sam the Australian Labradoodle working the floors of East Tennessee Children's Hospital. He's trained to keep the little patients occupied while they wait to see the doctor. It's animal-assisted therapy.
It helps alleviate the stress. For a lot of times it creates a sense of normalcy for our families to have the dogs here that really just brighten their day immediately as soon as they go in the room.
Sam is one of 11 dogs that come here to East Tennessee Children's Hospital each week to greet the patients and sometimes even show off a little. Right, Sam? High five. Oh, good boy.
Oftentimes it helps the staff as well, and it's not unusual to find dogs going down the hall and nurses and doctors loving on them just as much as the patients and their families do.
Bella also gets a big dose of attention when she's on duty.
She loves her job.
Little girls can't keep their eyes nor their hands off the pink poodle.
Look at her. She likes the attention.
Yes, a poodle that is pink from head to toe.
Do you like pink? Pink's her favorite color.
Pink and purple's my favorite color.
It lightens your heart.
Do you want to visit her?
Perhaps pooches are just good medicine.
I mean, that dog, when she saw that dog, I saw her just go from being doldrum, trying to shake off the anesthesia, to being wide awake and happy, and that's an amazing thing.
And they even know when their shift is over and it's time to go home.
How can you not smile?
In Knoxville, Michelle Silva, VLT Local 8 News.
So if you're at home and you have a dog that you think would be good, you could maybe check with East Tennessee Children's Hospital and check with them, because we all know that dogs can really make a difference, especially if a child is sick.
And Belle, too. Isn't that cute? Oh, boy, really cute. All right, well, coming up here, the Coulter Grove Elementary School, as they take us to break. We'll be right back.
I want a Major League band, a dog that can chat, a puppy and a pony and a calico cat. It's Christmas, Merry Christmas to me. I want a shiny trombone, a
2013 Fantasy of Trees preview party, all benefiting East Tennessee Children's Hospital. Wonderful night, Lauren.
Yeah, it is a wonderful night, and we are joined now by Jordan Henniker, and she's been going to Children's Hospital since she was 13 months old. Jordan, you look so beautiful tonight.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about yourself.
When I was 13 months old, I was diagnosed with juvenile polyarticular idiopathic rheumatoid arthritis, and then I was diagnosed with celiac disease, a pineal cyst, and most recently I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's disease.
Now, what is Hashimoto's disease?
It's a thyroid disease that makes your thyroid either work too hard or not enough.
Tell me, you said that you go once a month to Children's Hospital?
Yes, I go once a month for my monthly infusions, which help my arthritis calm down. And without Children's Hospital, I probably wouldn't be here walking.
Wow. You look beautiful tonight.
Thank you.
And we certainly appreciate you coming by and telling your story to us.
Thank you.
All right, stay right here. Have you ever heard of a baby cuddler?
No.
Well, let me tell you, this is a great story because at East Tennessee Children's Hospital, they have baby cuddlers. Here's a story you won't want to miss.
This is a typical Monday morning for this father of 3. 3 hours of cuddle time with the babies before Chuck Morgan heads to work.
My male co-workers, some of them know me very well, so they understand why I do this. They've seen me around children, and some of them just give me that puzzled look like, really? The female co-workers, they all look like, oh, really?
You see, these aren't Chuck's kids. He's a volunteer cuddler at East Tennessee Children's Hospital.
There's some satisfaction in giving something back and helping these little infants who are so dependent and so helpless.
Cuddlers volunteer 3 to 4 hours a week. They don't have to feed the babies and they don't change diapers. All they have to do is hold them.
They're an extra set of hands. They're a lifesaver. They help us tremendously. They're very good at what they do.
But being a cuddler in this part of the NICU is not easy. Babies born addicted to drugs, going through withdrawals.
And we have to use very different comfort measures with the holding, the rocking. They don't like a lot of stimulation. They like to be just held, not patted. I mean, you can pat them some, but not rubbing on them. It stimulates them too much to the point of a lot of times it will irritate them worse.
They're uncomfortable, they need something, and they're just trying to communicate.
Chuck knows it takes a special touch.
They all have some varying degree of stomach problems, and you can usually tell the cry from I'm mad, I'm irritable, versus my stomach's really bothering me, and you can tell the difference, and so you have to hold them differently depending on what the symptoms might be.
It's usually 15 to 20 minutes per baby.
Some of them get very used to being held. They like it a lot, so they'll play possum with you, and as soon as you lay them down, then they're wide awake again. You have to pick them back up. But the younger ones, the newer ones, you just have to hold them a little longer because you want them to get into that deep sleep, because they do have those symptoms. So if you can get them in that real deep sleep, then they're more likely to stay asleep.
And sometimes that can take a while.
I've held them for over an hour before, just trying to comfort them.
All right, isn't that a great story about Chuck Morgan, married to Knoxville comedian Leanne Morgan? That's incredible.
You were just saying that. All right, joining us now is Erica Estep with East Tennessee Children's Hospital. And tell us what's new this year here at Fantasy of Trees.
We have lots of new things. Obviously, the theme this year is Christmas on Main Street. We have a lot of new shopping opportunities. That's the biggest thing. Kids crafts, but we've also kept some of your traditional favorites, like the Secret Santa, where the children get a personal shopper, and the thumbprint ornaments. Lots of fantastic things to see.
All right, talk about the hours this year.
The hours, we open up actually on Wednesday, tomorrow, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. We're also open on Thanksgiving Day from 3 to 9. We're also open Friday, Saturday, 9 to 9. And then on Sunday, we wrap it up from noon to 6.
Go, girl. That was a mindful. Good job.
No problem.
All right, stay there. We'll be right back with more.
Dashing through the snow on a wondrous open sled. O'er the fields we go, let's make ocean wet. Bells on bottom icy, making spirits bright.
2013 Fantasy of Trees preview party. We're so glad you stayed with us. We have a very special guest now.
Yes, I'd like to introduce Sarah Holloway. She was born 14 weeks premature. She weighed 1.5 pounds at birth. But folks, this is where... It's getting to me.
I know it does. She's actually a UT student, and she is about to graduate. She's one semester away from graduation, and she wants to go to medical school. Sarah, thanks so much for
joining us. And a 3.9 in microbiology, wanting to be a doctor. Why do you want to do that?
I was inspired by my orthopedic surgeon, Dr. Madigan. He was just a truly special doctor. He's one of the doctors here at Children's Hospital. And when I would come to his office, he would teach me about the equipment that he used. And he would ask me on the next visit what the equipment was. And I would be able to tell him the correct name. And he said, this kid's going to be a doctor.
Wow.
So he's just such a special person.
I know you wanted to give back, didn't you?
Yes, absolutely.
Tell me a little bit about that perspective and that mindset and that determination.
Oh, well, I mean, I've always had that mindset. I've never given up on anything. And I just want to give back because Children's Hospital is so special. And I also volunteer there as well. I volunteer in the oncology department. And it is just so special to be able to be a patient and have that perspective and to be able to come in and be able to relate to the patients.
Yeah, and you want to help people too, definitely. Yeah.
Thank you so much for being with us. Stay right here because we're going to close out the show. And is it time to bring Santa in here? Let's bring Santa in here, huh?
Okay, I want to talk real quick before we bring Santa in about the hours for Fantasy of Trees coming up. We'll go ahead and tell you it's going to be open Wednesday through Sunday. Adults are $12, kids 4 and 6 are $6, and under 3 you get in here for free. So again, if you're full on turkey on Thanksgiving Day, you can come in here, see all the trees, and of course they're open the day after, so bring your family down here. All right, Santa Claus making his appearance for the first time this year.
Give a little ho 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 to us. Ho 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 ho. There you go. Well, folks, this kind of wraps up the 2013 Fantasy of Trees preview party, but it's only a preview because now it's your turn to come down and enjoy the party, so to speak, when this opens up tomorrow, and it's going to be open up all through, like you said, Thanksgiving and through the weekend. It is a special time. If you haven't seen it, dozens and dozens of trees that are decorated, and if you'd like to purchase one, it's $50 and up, so they're reasonable prices, decorated from school children, from youth groups to Girl and Boy Scouts, on and on and on. So it's
and they will deliver them to your home as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.